This week, we are focusing on common misspelled words and using better vocabulary to help students develop their writing skills. The goal is to expand children's vocabulary in writing so they can produce a better text. Word number 1 is jewelry. Necklaces, rings, and bracelets are all types of jewelry made from precious jewels and metals. Girls love jewelry because they are pretty and sparkly. Be careful with the spelling of this word. There are two ways to spell this word. Jewelry, Jewellery, is the British way, while jewelry, Jewelry, is the American way. Both are correctly spelt. However, in Australia, we follow the British spelling. Word number 2 is spontaneous. A person who does things on spur of the moment without a plan is described as spontaneous. For example, one of my students named Jameson never prepares for his exams because he is extremely spontaneous. Surprisingly, he still gets a high score without doing homework. Don't forget the letter E in the word spontaneous. Word number 3 is although. Although means even though. However, or but. For example, although the sun was shining, it wasn't that warm. This means even though the sun was shining, it wasn't warm at all. Word number 4 is symmetry. When one side is a mirror reflection of the other side, the object is a symmetry. For example, a butterfly has one line of symmetry as the left wing is a mirror reflection of the right wing. How many lines of symmetry does a square have? The answer is 4. How many lines of symmetry does a rectangle have? The answer is 2. Word number 5 is magnificent. Magnificent means extremely beautiful and breathtaking. For example, the South Island of New Zealand is magnificent. It has breathtaking landscape and scenery. Don't forget there are two I in the word magnificent. Word number 6 is absolutely. Absolutely means totally or extremely. For example, I absolutely agree that children need to sleep early so they can grow and have more energy. Break the word up to help you learn the spelling of this word. Ab-s-lute-ly. Word number 7 is tremendous. The word tremendous means lots of. It's the synonym for enormous, huge, and massive. For example, Mum put in a tremendous amount of time in organizing the birthday party. This means Mum has used a lot of time. Word number 8 is required. Required is another word for needed. For example, students in Stephanie coaching are required to complete their weekly homework. Don't forget the letter I in the word required. Word number 9 is essential. Essential means extremely important. For example, it is essential that everyone drinks water on a daily basis. Water revives our body and prevents dehydration. Don't forget there are two S in the word essential. Word number 10 is comparison. When you compare the similarities and differences between two things or people, it is called a comparison. For example, a comparison was made between the two sons. One son lives in prison and the other son lives in Paris. Can you see the word compare without an E, and the words prison and Paris in the word comparison? Word number 11 is instead. Instead means in replace of something else. For example, you should eat healthy foods instead of junk food. Word number 12 is special. Your mum and dad are special people in your life. The word special means unique. Also, if you go shopping and you found something on special, it means the item is discounted and becomes cheap. Word number 13 is specific. This term I have asked you all to include specific details in your writing. This includes the use of specific adjectives and specific use of show, don't tell language. The word specific means precise details. Word number 14 is variety. Everyone should be taking a variety of food every day as recommended in the food pyramid. The word variety means a range of different things. Don't forget the letter E in the word variety. Word number 15 is decay. The word decay means rot. If you eat too many lollies, you will have tooth decay. This means you will have holes in your teeth and they will slowly rot in your mouth. Make sure you always brush your teeth in the morning and at night. Word number 16 is decompose. The word decompose is the synonym for word number 15, decay. For example, when we bury dead bodies under the ground, they will decompose after a period of time and turn into skeletons. The flesh will disappear because the flesh has decomposed into the soil. Word number 17 is participate. Teachers like their students to participate in the class. This means you put your hand up and you take part of the class discussion. Can you see the word part in participate? Don't forget there are two I in the word participate. Word number 18 is dweller. A person or animal that lives in or at a specific place is called a dweller. It's another word for citizens. For example, the city dwellers were all busy shopping for their groceries. Word number 19 is peculiar. Another word for peculiar is strange or weird. For example, SpongeBob is a peculiar character as he has a rectangular head. Instead of using the word weird in writing next time, use the word peculiar. Word number 20 is willingness. The word willingness means to be prepared to do something. For example, the boy finally showed willingness to complete his homework. The word willingness has the word will. Word number 21 is weather. What is the weather like today? Is it sunny, cloudy, or rainy? The word weather is related to the word climate. During cold weather, I like to eat a lot. Can you see the word it in weather. Word number 22 is weather. This is the homophone for word number 21, which sounds the same but has different spelling and meaning. This weather is a preference. For example, she doesn't mind whether to eat an apple or a cupcake. Word number 23 is prepare. If you prepare for something, you are getting ready for it. For example, if you prepare for an exam, you will study very hard days before this exam so you're ready to do well. Word number 24 is paranoid. Do you ever feel someone is watching you or following you? This is a perfect example of you being paranoid. The word paranoid means not being able to settle your mind. The word paranoid is the adjective for paranoia. Word number 25 is prologue. The word prologue is a separate introduction right before a story begins. Pay attention to the novels you read in class next time. Often you will see a prologue at the beginning of the novel. Word number 26 is delicate. Some of your clothes can be very delicate and need to be hand washed. Delicate materials include silk, which can be easily broken. The word delicate means fragile. Word number 27 is drought. When there's no rain for a very long time, the land will become very dry. This is a natural disaster called drought. Can you see the word rough in the word drought? During a drought, the land will become very rough. Word number 28 is domestic. The word domestic is related to home or family. Do you do domestic housework? This means, do you clean the house and do chores? The word domestic can also relate to a city inside the same country. For example, you will have to catch a plane at a domestic airport to fly from Sydney to Melbourne. Word number 29 is cast. The word cast can be a verb or a noun. Firstly, the sun can cast a shadow under a tree. In this context, cast is a verb. Secondly, a cast can be an actor or an actress in a movie. Who is the cast of Harry Potter? In this context, cast is a noun. Thirdly, a cast can be a bandage that wraps up your broken limb for support and protection. In this case, cast is also a noun. Word number 30 is shadow. When the sun shines on our body, it can cause a shadow of our body on the ground. The word shadow is the synonym for silhouette. This brings to the end of our spelling list 20. Keep practicing and good luck in your spelling test.